right. Doing good. Doing good. I've got the wide boards on almost two sides. And then the battens will go, on the seams. It's coming along. A few little weird things. Look at this. Kind of a weird, I think just the soft part of the wood. Shouldn't be too bad. I'll seal it and everything. Yeah. Turns out I started doing them a half-inch longer on this side than the other side, around the corner. So this is 3.5 from the lower furring strip or batten, whatever. And it's so it's fine that it hangs down. My big concern is that I want them, even across the surface, so I'll have to figure something out there. But everything else is just up and waiting, for as I'm going along. Cut. And got my tractor's been doing a little help. When I had more of these, just a couple long ones in a row, and I was just like, I'll just, lift them. The rest of the time is just kind of there as extra scaffolding to put stuff. Also my feet when I'm shuffling around and stuff. This little 6-inch board just isn't enough, so anyway, I did forget about these sticking out, and I went ahead and just cut around, and that's fine. This one a little bit stranger because it's really close on this, and I may have to just go in with my little multi-tool. But on this side is just too thin. I didn't want to go too thin. It was similar over there. This one, no, is way too thin. So I went ahead and just chopped that little leg off. Pickles has good boy. Pickles was just in here eating something, and I looked, and it was another lizard. So that makes two. Two lizards that he has caught and that I've seen that he was digging into. And so he's what you good? What you doing? You find a little hole? Yeah. he's a little champ. He's just jumping around. Like I don't like when he's like this stuff. All this stuff fell. It makes a racket, and I don't mind the racket, but that tells me something's wrong. He's done something wrong if I hear a big crash. So otherwise, it's just little things here and there. But yeah. So I don't know if I have enough time right now. I wanted to go into the I did all the other walls with the which is great, but yeah, right now I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go eat some food. It's like maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. I don't know. So I need some lunch. We started a little late today because we had to charge batteries and stuff, and also it was freezing cold. It was something's wrong with the heater. I don't know. Usually it's just a battery thing, and but when I have the the generator going. Usually it's going, but not now. Not last couple nights. And waking up, oof, pretty cold. But once you get going and blood circulates and stuff, so it's not so bad. But Pickles, gets up and then he wants to sit by the window because that's where the sun's coming in, and then he kind of scoots me over, and then he's out of his blanket. So then he's like, "Come on, get out of your blanket," and I'm like, "No, what the hell? I'm laying in bed playing on my phone." So, yeah. So, but today, very important. I had to clear out space. My phone is just full because I've been filming a lot of this. It's just taken a long time, to do. I've got the stripy lighting here. I'll stand out here. It's a little bit better. Still shadow. Yeah. So it's just so excited to see it. So excited. Here, I'll back this thing up here so you can see some of it. Oh, look at that tasty cabin. Love it. Yeah. So what am I? I'm all clammed up with sawdust and tired and stuff. I can't. Even my throat is kind of. What was I? Oh yeah. Trying to clear out space because it's, every time I film a thing, it's like an hour here, 2 hours here, another hour here, and it's just like, whoa, that's way longer than most of the things. Usually I'm like, okay, do the task. It'll take maybe 2 hours, and then I've got to, like sort of condense them down, speed them up, put them together in the editing software, and then there's less space. I mean, there's more space, but not with these ones, because this just takes a long time, of just careful planing, careful planning, placing. I got to make sure that they're plumb, and as best I can, make sure that they're equally distant from each other, repetitive, and not like a narrow one, a big one, whatever. Battens will help that somewhat, but not enough if I've got like one that's 11 inches and then one that's 9 inches. That's noticeable, all right, well, I think that's probably all. Let's take another look at it. So good, so excited. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and show you. See, I can't just stop. I'm hungry as hell. I need to go eat, but I wanted to show the air gaps. Air gap. Look at that. Oh, ooh, that is air gap goodness right there. Now, of course, you can see each of the little things of light that's coming in through the gaps, but the gaps will be closed, so it'll seal it up a lot better. And that way, if you can picture it, you've got, the heat has a harder time traveling through the wood, has a harder time traveling, especially across that gap. And then we've got the reflective, will reflect a lot of it out. And the heat that does come in, it's got the little air bubbles. And you can't see any right here because I did the flashing tape over it. Yeah, and then that's full of air bubbles, of course, which are also air gaps. And then more radiant barrier, and then the paper. The paper is actually made out of like plastic, so it's made to keep the moisture away. And the biggest problem is if it's hot out here and it's cold in here, there's going to be condensation. The air is going to condense in here somewhere, and we want to make sure that it's sort of a slow progression of those temperatures, so that there's not the instant boom, everything condenses and starts dripping down the wall. That's what's on the side of your Coke can or the bottle or whatever, your cold iced tea drink or whatever you enjoy outside, lemonade. So condensation, it's a big deal in housing. They worry about it a lot. They want to seal it up tight, and mine, I think, is breezy enough. It's just not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be airtight. So, the windows will be good, but no. That's the thing with old buildings, is they were a little bit more breezy. They weren't sealed up tight, so they just kind of, the air could move in and out and transfer, and it was actually a little better, but way less efficient. And that's the problem. They want them super efficient. Save you money, less house bill, gas bill, whatever you're using. I've got all these little cuts and scrapes. I don't think I'm going to have that problem, because it's going to be, I'm trying to get it tight. I'm trying to get it sealed up and everything. The downstairs will have the same, mostly the window and the doors, down there, because the walls are already done. But the structure up here, it's all me. And if I fail, well, it'll be cold in the morning, just like it is in my camper. Yeah. No likey. Anyway. All right. I think that's it, and I'm gonna go eat. So excited. Oh, I'm so excited.